Alright, so this one's going to be about man haters. So, man hating's been a thing for a few years now. It's been a point to where it's like a lot of females tend to have that kind of same idea that every man is a bad person. Doesn't matter who he is, doesn't matter what he's done. It doesn't even matter if you know him or not, they're a bad person. Well, it's come to a thing of just like, why are we making that assumption? Yeah, there's some bad guys out there in the world, but that doesn't mean every person's a bad guy. It's like a few years back when I was still in the dating game, uh, I'd be having conversations. Sometimes it'd be one a day, sometimes it'd be multiple times. It really depends on on how many people have decided to grace me with their presence. And a lot of time it felt like it was the same conversation. It was the same person. It was really what it felt like. Like, hey, how's it going? Not doing too bad. Watching some TV. How about you? Not much. Oh, okay, that's cool. What's your favorite music? I don't know. That's kind of how it went. And for a while, I brought up the saying of every girl is part of a hive mind. And I said that because it really did feel like I was just messaging the same girl repeatedly. Different picture, same person. And I was telling this to my shift lead, who was a girl, and she's like, that's a pretty incel thing to say. And I'm like, how? I'm like, well, you're saying every girl is the same. I'm like, no, I'm saying every girl seems to talk the same. And I'm a kind of person that I just don't like, even if it's texting, I don't like, one word replies. To me, that doesn't feel like a conversation. That really just feels like I'm asking you a question, you're answering, and I'm just going to have to give you another question. Which is essentially what a conversation is, but, it goes into a little bit more than just that. And it's a thing where a lot of girls seem to have issues with men. Maybe they were cheated on, maybe they were abused, maybe they were, who knows. Things do happen. But you get a lot of these instances where it's just like they're saying that kind of stuff, and they are saying all these people are the same, all these guys are the same, and they don't really have an answer other than, well, he's a guy. A few years back, I messaged a girl to see if maybe she would like to, hang out at the park. It was a nice, bright, sunny day. Generally, the park was full of people. You'd have the kids hanging out on the playground. They had a nice little walking path, a little bit of a stream. They had some benches out there you can chill next to. And she was just like, hee hee, I don't feel like getting raped. And, well, obviously beyond it just being a very big confidence booster, I was just like, oh, okay. Appreciate you giving me that confidence boost. I was needing that today. I didn't feel very rapey today, so I appreciate you helping me out with that. I was beginning to think I was losing my charm there. Maybe that's not man hating, but it really just comes off as like either it was me or it was something else, but I couldn't really tell you. But and I can't really say why. I've been hurt by a lot of girls, and they've at some point maybe stopped talking to me, or maybe they just said some mean things, or they cheated on me. You know, things like that have happened. But it's the thing is, like, I don't hate all women. I don't immediately go out to be like, just like, oh, you're a girl. That bitch. No, because I mean that's not a really good way to live. If you hate one entire gender simply because a few things happened, granted, sometimes those few things can be pretty colossal with how bad they were. But it's really a thing. It was just like, well, how are you going to deal with that? I've been cheated on. I've been hurt. I've been abused. But I don't immediately go into hate status. Because that's just not a good way to live your life. hating one entire part of the population simply because, some things happen. If you need to talk about it, talk about it. You need to go to a therapist, go to a therapist. But it really just seems like just man hating is just a thing now. And I don't even think a lot of these girls tend to hate men because of something in their experience. I think they just hate them because either A, it's part of the new program to hate any white male or any male or whatever. It's become kind of the new norm. Like as soon as they pop you out the womb, all right, here's your contract right here. It says right here, you will hate any men that you come across for no real reason. You're just going to hate them, and you're going to absolutely treat them like utter shit. Okay, sign right there, right there, right there. Put your initials right there. Okay, thank you. And then they go off and do the business. And from that point on forward, the little baby grows up and just hates them out. And I'm not saying things have not happened to where a woman can't be displeased with something a guy's done. A lot of bad things happen in the world, and I would also go out on a limb and say that if one lady can hate all men for for one thing that happened to them, I think one guy can hate all women for that. But when a guy does it, it really depends in this instance. I could say if a guy does it, this, and that, but it really just depends because it's not always the same thing. But it really seems if a guy doesn't like women, he's called an incel because he hates women. Beta male cuck. When in reality, it could have been something that he dealt with. When I was in high school, one of my relationships, which I was never really in much of relationships, so I didn't really know how to handle it, was constantly calling me stupid, was constantly treating me like I was crap, which, didn't really bolster my confidence and really tended to just kind of make me mad in the long run. But I dealt with it at some point down the line, and I got over it. But I think a lot of people tend to hold grudges, and that's never a good thing to do, is to hold a grudge. I would say that if you really have a problem with men, try to sort that out because it's not something that's going to be good for you. It's not really something that's going to make you many friends, especially if you just gotta you're at a bar. I come over there and I'm like, hey, how you doing tonight? And just get away from me, man. Suck ass. Just giving myself the hiccups. It's like it's not going to make me feel good about myself. And then of course you'll have some girls being like, well, just don't approach us when we're at the bar. I'm like, I'm sorry to say it, but a bar is a bit of a social place. Like, yeah, you can go there and be by yourself. They say like, well, if a girl's looking upset, don't approach her. I'm like, if somebody's upset, I don't mind helping. I don't mind talking to them and everything. But a real big thing is just if you're going to be upset about something, you might want to talk about it. I don't know why man hating is a big thing nowadays. It's not like it's really all that important. It's not like, you hating all men is going to be giving you any justification for anything. It's not going to give you, just because I'm a man doesn't give you the right to come over and just, ridicule me and talk smack to me. Oh, you look like some Toby Keith listening trash with your tattoos and your backwards hat and your black tank top. You probably listen to Five Finger Death Punch, slam 5 monsters in about 5 minutes, and go grounded pound on your girlfriend until her face is nothing but mush. A, I don't have a girlfriend. B, monsters suck ass. And C, how dare you speak the Five Finger Death Punch name in vain. But it's really just a thing of that I don't understand the whole concept of man hating. If you don't like guys, it's fine. But if you're going to go out of your way just to kind of be an ass about it, like why? If a guy approaches you at the bar or at the gym, as long as he's been respectful about it, I don't see any reason why you should be a complete prick to them. But if they're like, hey man, how about you and me come back to my house and I'll show you how to play Smash Brothers. As long as they're not being creeps or weirdos, I don't see any reason why you need to be rude. Now, if they are being creeps, by all means, right in the ball sack. But if they're just trying to be nice, they're just trying to be polite, if you don't want to talk to them, say so. Be nice. If they go away, they go away. And I know probably somebody will be along the lines of saying, like, oh, well, they shouldn't talk to us to begin with, or, I don't have to be respectful. And I'm like, that's fine. That's you. You're a grown ass person. You make your life choices, but it's just really just a thing of that. It's common courtesy. It's respect. You don't have to like the person. You don't even have to know the person. But you can at least show just a little bit of common courtesy and be like, hey, man, sorry, don't want to talk. If they say something like, all right, well, it's a pleasure meeting you. They go about their business, cool. But if you're just going to be, just like, fuck you, bitch, when they're just trying to be nice, it's not going to get you very far. It doesn't make you that good of a person. It's not very nice. I was raised up in the golden rule era. Treat others how you want to be treated. And if you're just going to be an asshole to people for no reason, more than likely they'll be an asshole to you. Bye-bye.